All right, so today we'll discuss quickly what is the inner wealth. Like I had mentioned, we need to take care of the inner wealth so that there is no problem in handling the outer wealth that comes away, right? If you want to learn, if you want to buy a brand new Mercedes or a brand new whatever Hyundai, any car, you must first have the skills to drive the car, right? Otherwise, it'll be a white elephant lying in your garage. You're not able to drive it. Every morning will come and shine it, hoping one day you will learn the skill to handle it. All right. Similarly, you need to have the skill to handle money. How do you develop that skill? There are certain conditions that is required. As long as you follow those conditions, as long as you're able to work on those six inner wells, you will be able to maintain, attract, and allow yourself to be an instrument for money to come and go through you to help and build humanity. All right. So, of course, first you have to remove all those negative tendencies that you think about money. All if your relationship with money is not good, obviously you will not attract money, right? You will attract only people with whom your relationship is good, right? You like them, you want them to spend time with you. You are always telling good things about them, always sending loving energies to them. Then your relationship gets better and better. You enjoy the relationship. Same is with money. All right. So first you remove those negativities, the negative belief system that has been put in our mind by society or during our upbringing, conditioning, that money is bad, money is evil, people who have money are bad people, blah blah blah, all those kahanis. All right, spirituality and material wealth does not go together. So all these thought processes people have are very lopsided, and people tend to judge spiritual people. Saying, "Arey, why is spiritual person? Why he needs so much money? Why he has to travel in a Mercedes?" All right. So nowhere it says that if you're spiritual, you cannot live a healthy, wealthy life. Nobody has said that anywhere. The beauty is that they are not attached to that. That means if it goes away, they're not going to break down and fall. They will still continue to walk. So you should be ready to use a car comfortably when you don't have to be dependent on it. That means if you have to take a bus and go, you are all the more comfortable taking a bus and going, or a train and going. But if you have a car, then you always good. Nobody tells you to suffer every time. If you have the capability, if you have the wherewithal, why not? But you are not attached to it. All right. So the first thing you need to develop is sama. Sama is Sama, which is to have inner tranquility uh, of the mind. All right. That means you have control over your mind. You are in a state of calmness, in a state of peace at all times. Now, during the meditation, after the meditation for a while, you are able to maintain that calmness. You are able to distance yourself from your mind and look at things in a very, very calm manner. Whatever the triggers, you are able to handle it in a more dignified manner, correct? Without getting agitated or reacting or uh, getting upset. But can you maintain that at all times? So that quality is important, that one should strive for maintaining that uh, control over the mind, or peace of mind, or calmness of the mind. It is that lake which is always calm, despite heavy winds and rains, there is a sense of stability in that lake. Okay, because when the lake is calm, there are no ripples, then you can see underneath the lake, right? You can see the bottom because there is no ripples to distort your vision. So that is the first inner wealth that one needs to have. Sama, okay, tranquility of the mind, inner tranquility of the mind. Normally, a mind is always running ahead, correct? अच्छा ब्रेकफास्ट में क्या बनाना है, ओके लंच में क्या खाएंगे, अच्छा डिनर में क्या है, अच्छा वो काम नहीं हुआ, दिस थिंग आई हैव टू डू टुमारो, दिस थिंग आई हैव टू डू इन द इवनिंग, व्हाट आफ्टर दिस, व्हाट आफ्टर द मेडिटेशन, व्हाट एम आई गोइंग टू डू, हाउ लॉन्ग विल इट टेक, आर यू सीइंग द माइंड ऑलवेज रनिंग? Can you be in the moment and just absorb and be established in this moment? That is sama. Second is dama. Dama is the second well, which means once you have control on the mind, when the mind is calm, then you can control your senses. All right, five senses that we have, jnanendriyas, they are called. So eyes to see, nose to smell, ears to hear, tongue to taste, and skin to feel or touch. Right? These are the five. Of course, tongue is the most challenging one because it has two uh, things to handle. One is the speech, and one is the food. So it's one of the toughest uh, sense organ to control. All right. But normally people represent all sense organs with the eyes as such. Okay. So we will see in the Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna uses eyes as a symbol for all the sense organs. When he says eyes, it doesn't mean only eyes. It means he's representing the sense organs. So how do you control that? You have sometimes you are traveling uh, in a bus, or you're traveling somewhere and you have nothing to do. Then you just open aircraft. You put on the you have a choice between reading a book. You have a choice looking at the TV screen on your chair, on the chair back of a chair, right, on the chair. So you see, oh, this movie I've already seen. But then you say, okay, ठीक है, क्या करना है? I'm just sitting. Let me just watch. You know it's a rubbish movie, it's a time pass movie, but still you say, okay, let me see. So that means that the sense organs are. Sometimes a lot of us travel and we have this, uh, I know, uh, credit card which allows you to go to uh, uh, the they have those what do you call them in the airports for the people who travel a lot. So you get free entry into the lounge, sorry, lounge. The airport lounge, you get free entry, and there is a lot of food available. Now, even if you're not hungry, you will say it's available for me. Let me try out this. Let me try this. Especially buffet. Remember how we eat during buffets? You must be already full, but आपने ये तो try नहीं किया. So now during fasting also how sometimes it gets challenging. You want to. Till now you were fine. You were not fasting. Whatever you wanted, you had. You never had a craving also. Suddenly, one day after 2 days after fasting, you अरे यार गुलाब जामुन का मन खाने खाने का मन कर रहा है, या रसगुल्ला खाने का मन कर रहा है, या some I can have milk pedas, no, that sweet I can have. That is part of fasting. So your mind tends to take you there. Your sense organs are constantly reaching out for satiation. So once your mind is calm, then you will be able to control your sense organs. All right. So, to have Dhamma means to have perfect alignment between the mind and the senses, control of the sense organs. Then the third one is Upareti. Upareti can also mean cessation, where there is a cessation. One is that your urges are coming, but the mind is controlling it. Mind is in control. Okay. Uh, Cessation means that the urges itself have gone down. The intensity of the urge has somehow diminished. There was a time when you loved to have sweets. But now that intensity has somehow gone down. You are not so craving. You can manage without it. That difference that has happened, that transformation which has happened, is can be also called as upareti, a cessation of that urge which is there. One is a control, one is the cessation of the urge. All right. So it is less impactful on your mind or your emotions and thoughts. So that is another very important. Can also mean enthusiasm in certain cases, how for anything, how much you're focused and how much enthusiastic you are about doing a small thing also, right? Even during our fasting, how many people, so much of enthusiasm, put bhajans and sing and make the paintings. There's a lot of energy in that. All right. So even if you're doing a small thing, you are enjoying it. So your full commitment in trying to be in a constant state of enjoyment is also one way, one understanding of Upareti. All right. Then you have Titiksha. Okay. Titiksha means forbearance. Okay. The ability to bear that endurance. What is your endurance? How much can you bear no matter what happens? You've seen all these movies. Have you seen the movie Santoshima? In that movie, if you or even Shirdi Sai Baba, how that devotee constantly has to be in a state of forbearance. How much that devotee suffers before he actually gets, you know. Even Raja Harishchandra, how much he had to suffer to maintain his thing of always telling the truth or being honest, right? So he had to even he would not he was not as a this thing as a man to who was supposed to burn the dead bodies. He would not burn the body of his own son till he got the payment for it from his wife. Now that is the level of honesty that he followed. All right, that was the kind of test that he went through. So that to maintain uh, to able to bear that and without losing your presence of mind, just trying to hold on. When we are totally, things are not going fine and we are depressed and there's so much action and you want to just give up. And then you say, okay, God, just give me the strength. I'll just try and just one more half an hour. Let me see. One more day I'll manage. Let me just hold on to this. Let me not give up. That is titiksha. Have that patience, bear that, to maintain a balance when undesired situations come up in your life. How's your attitude towards it? Instead of, oh my God, what's happening? Or, all right, okay, let me handle this. I'm good enough to handle this. So that attitude, that okay, it's like a game, like you're playing you play very good, say, table tennis or badminton. So when you play well in this game, you're confident about facing any kind of opponent, right? So that is the game of life. So how are you good at playing the game of life? Are you practiced well enough? Then whatever comes your way, you say, okay, fine, let me take it on as a challenge. So then it's not a problem or a this thing. It's a challenge. It's an opportunity to grow. It's a test, right? So there the attitude changes very much. Okay, so you are then balanced. You don't get rattled by the situation. Correct? You've seen Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Whether you win or lose, he's always calm. You will see his face is astute. He doesn't mean he doesn't have emotions, but he doesn't get carried away by the emotions. All right. That means if you succeed, you don't go overboard, and if you fail, again you don't go down in the dumps. I understanding equanimous. We have done that also. Equanimity, samabhava. At whatever situation comes, you are maintaining a sense of, and you're enjoying it fully. Even the success you're enjoying, and you're fine with it. You're balanced. Even the failure is fine. It's a lesson that you have learned, and you're fine with it. That ability and to constantly be in that state is called titiksha. Very important. And in business, when you're doing stuff, there will be sometimes those who are in stock market. Sometimes the market goes up. Suddenly you feel, oh, notional profit has increased so much. You're feeling great. Suddenly market crashes and all your notional profit has gone to notional loss. Nothing has happened. You are not bought any share. You are not sold any share. But notionally it's gone up and down, and you are also going up and down like that, right? So that's where you need to balance yourself. That is titiksha. Okay. Next is Shraddha. Shraddha is, you can call it faith also, means to adore something, completely surrender, to have that deep connection with with your guru, with the God. So you may not completely understand it, but still you just have the sixth sense, something telling you, yeah, this is something I want to connect to, right? I want to be in this space. That is Shraddha. Without Shraddha, nothing will move in life. If you don't have Shraddha, you will not be able to progress. right? If you are not feeling well, doctor tells you, okay, have this medicine, you will have it, right? Why? Because you have faith in the doctor, you have Shraddha in the doctor. You wanted to do fasting because you had some faith in the process, you had some faith in the group that yes, okay, let me try it, I've never done it before, but let me give it a try. So there was a deep understanding, a deep faith, that Shraddha that developed to take that step out of your comfort zone. All right. So that is important. You work every month without your pay till the end of the month, knowing well that at the end of the month you will get your pay. Right. So there is a sense of connection, there's a sense of faith in that aspect. So that Shraddha is a very important aspect which you need to maintain. Shraddha here, when you're talking about Shraddha, it's the Shraddha in your Guru, in God, and in the scriptures. All right. And in your own ability. Finally, it works out to that. And then, last but not the least, is Samadhan. Samadhan um is contentment. You are for everything. You have a Samadhan. That means you are in control. You're okay with it. You are content with it. It doesn't mean that you are not. You don't want more, or you don't want to. You don't strive for more. But wherever you are at peace with it. Okay. Today you have to go from A to Z. You may be in B, C, D, E. But wherever you are at this moment, you are contented. You're not constantly feverish trying to say, "Arey, when will I reach Z?" Are you getting me? You're not always overthinking and restless. You're not desperate. So when you talk about ambition, ambition is always something in the future, right? So I keep telling people who are very ambitious, they're always restless. All right. When you're ambitious, you have low self-esteem because you feel that you will have to really work to reach there. You don't have the confidence. Your journey is always going to be restless. But if you have good self-esteem, if you're content, you know that you will make it there. You have confidence. So you go around, say, following the path without getting feverish, without getting restless. Sometimes ambition can be a reflection of low self-esteem. In fact, most times it is. If somebody is too ambitious, they have a challenge. All right? Contentment is creativity. When you're content, you will start creating things. Have you seen when you're painting, when you're singing, you're in a state of contentness. You're not trying to calculate. It doesn't become a professional agenda. Okay, because when you're trying to be perfect, when you're trying to calculate, when you're trying to trying to be very logical, then there's a sense of lack of contentment which comes in. Okay, so if you look at all the inventions that happened not when people were restless, that happened when they were struggling, finally said, okay, let me take a break, and they left everything and just sat down, and suddenly deja vu, some idea came, and things happened. All right. So in that, it is in that space of calmness when you've surrendered, when you've done all the good work, and now you're just sitting and just absorbing it, and that's when the seed sprouts, and you get that aha moment. All right. So these six kinds of wealth is very important. Some of it comes easily in our life, some of it is difficult. So we constantly keep working on it, keep them in our senses so that we can work on it, so that they always with us. And
Sir, I missed on one, sir. I Sama is inner calmness, Tama is five senses, Didiksha is endurance, Shraddha is faith, Samadhan is contentment. Sir, I missed one of the
Upareti,
point.
Upareti,
Upanidhi is
Upareti is seizing of the uh, sense gratifications.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So, see in your day-to-day life, where are you in these situations? How you're responding to these three inner wells, and how equipped you are in these six areas of your life. And if you are in a way equipped, then you will remember that money will always come to you. All right. Money, when I mean wealth in that sense. And also remember that Mahalakshmi is the is the goddess of wealth, and she is always there where Lord Vishnu is there. All right. And Lord Vishnu is what? Is the epitome of his omniprovidence. He is love. So if you don't have love in your heart, then uh, Lakshmi will not come to you. So your heart chakra has to open. That's why the twin heart is so useful. Your heart keeps opening up, and then you will be able to receive and also give. You will always feel abundant when your heart is open, when your heart is big. You'll never feel a lack. I don't have enough. I am not enough. So these things are there when you have this lack, feeling of lack within us. All right. So that is what we are trying to remove. When you say non-stealing generosity, it is this. And I'm trying to fulfill myself through getting something from outside. This constant need to fulfill myself from getting something from outside is what we need to work on. Then when you are already full, then things will automatically come to you, because then you are not dependent on it. You will not maneuver it for your own selfish requirement. You will be an instrument which will channelize that energy. You will always be replenished. That's the law. All right. So all the best for your Shat Sampati, and let all the inner wealth and the outer wealth come to you. May all we become money magnets and prosper and help others also in the process. All right.